Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Shadowhand. Let's continue. So, yeah, chapter 6 barely had any text in it at all. Our main character decided to be a thief, sort of to investigate the conspiracy of the criminal conspiracy, but really kind of just to be a thief. And then they gave us like a massive, I think, 6 out of 8 sub-chapters where we were just playing solitaire, and then at the end of it we get captured and we're getting sent to Cold Harbor Gaol, which I can only assume is a prison of some place, maybe on an island. I guess we're in the UK. Like, I don't think that we're in France. This would certainly feel like we're somewhere in the UK, England, something like that. So an island prison would kind of make sense. And then I guess what we're going to end up doing is trying to escape this prison story. And it's not a terrible idea or setting, certainly, as you're trying to make some kind of narrative around playing solitaire, to have some trials and tribulations and some up and downs with Shadowhand. It would be kind of ridiculous if Shadowhand, the main character, just succeeded non-stop. So I guess this is the same magistrate. We have captured Shadowhand. You are in charge of keeping the thieves locked up until the trial. We have captured Shadowhand. This guy is in charge of keeping the thieves locked up until trial. And this guy looks like an executioner, and I don't know if an executioner would want a beard that long, as it would just constantly be bloodstained, one would assume. And either an executioner or a butcher, which I'd assume executioner with the hood. You would think that the second Shadowhand was captured, they would unmask her and there would be some level of recognition by somebody to see that she was a noblewoman. Yeah. Yes, Your Honor, says the executioner. If the Earl and his lady sister press charges, I'll be the one passing judgment on Shadowhand. There's really no need, logically, for the Earl to need to press charges when she undoubtedly killed one soldier. So she's already committed a crime against the state, against the queen, and she's attacked other soldiers. I'm sure there probably were laws even against using the public highways and the roads for illegal usage, for criminal activity. So just, there's plenty of things that one could be charged with, regardless of whether another people want to press charges or not. And it's been a while since we've had a good hanging, eh? Hanging? That's fairly inconsistent. Why have an axe if you're gonna hang people? Too bloody long, Your Honor. Yeah, sorry, that's I. Far too long, and more than 20 years since we were allowed a beheading. Come out of the shadows. I won't hurt you much. Not so clever without your weapons, are you? Keep your filthy paws off me. So they just let her be completely covered, head to toe. And yet they took the weapons. Alright then, for now. I like to let every other nasty prisoner have a go at the new inmates first anyways. I don't think they would be so ridiculous that they wouldn't be able to realize that she's a female and put her in prison with guys, but maybe they would. This place smells like a dirty chamber pot, and it's full of violent convicts. Must find my weapons and break out. Like they're just going to magically be within easy access. But I guess the narrative here is now going to feed towards the idea of a giant gate that stops you from playing cards. So at least the narrative is somewhat integrating into the gameplay. So we need to retrieve our weapons, collect 18 stars, and defeat the chapter boss. We have 8 sub-chapters to do that. Yeah. Okay. And I assume at this point, if you're just to go to equipment, you have all of your outfit and all of your abilities, none of your weapons, and none of your gear. But if that's just going to be the case for this brief beginning section, and then as soon as this gate opens, you have your weapons back, then that's going to be fairly uneventful. So we start with this. We have all of our abilities charged by default at the beginning too, and I feel like the game did that specifically so that we would have a chance at success. Yeah, and we're getting 9 gold every time we finish off a thing. And then that is multiplied by a gold multiplier after the fact, I think. Well, we need to keep an eye on that. Because if you're getting the gold multiplied at the time that it is collected, then theoretically you would want to leave 1 card on the field until the very last move. Often I don't think you have enough choices to play that way, but yeah. If this became 8 or 6, I really couldn't do anything more. We can do a 6 now, and we can change this to an 8, which interestingly did not actually help anything. And I just want to sit on these Joker cards until I have a whole row of Joker cards until the final battle. So I'm just going to end there. And then we're at a 4, 4, 2, 1. Oops. And then 1, 2, 5. Nope. 3, 2. See, that was doubled to 18 gold. And yeah, that would 18 plus 9 would have been 27. We don't know what actually unlocks this. I guess we're looking for lockpicks. Are we going to get painted into a corner here where there actually aren't any lockpick picks because I've re-rolled everything? Nope. It's way down here at the bottom. Click the special card to pick it up. And that then opens up all of those opportunities. I'm now putting points, at least 1 point into every ability, so we start to see it happen at least every now and then. So we can at least have a better understanding what the other abilities are. Because you start at a 0% chance and 1 point will get you above 0% chance, which means we'll at least start to see it happen. 9, 3, 2, 1, 2. No Joker card. Yep. 9, 8. Probably want to flip these. So, do we go 0 or 8? I went 8. 8. Maybe I should have gone 0. Yeah, I should have. Really wouldn't have mattered. 5, 6, 5. Play that. And I guess this is exposing this door, so maybe we can actually escape through that door. Problem here is we only have 4 more cards, so we don't really have a lot of opportunity for success here. Okay. Do we want to end it here and have to start all over again? Or maybe get less stars? Or do we just play a joker and then play a 7, and then an 8, and then a 7, and then do we want another joker, or do we just end with 1 card? I think we'll just end with 1 card and not waste a whole joker there. It gave us a decent amount of gold, and it does seem like the multiplier is applied later. And so apparently we just picked our way through 1 gate, and we're going to have to pick our way through multiple gates. So they are introducing new concepts, but pretty much these new concepts seem to only really last for about 8 subchapters, and that is it. After that point, they seem to become completely forgotten for the next gimmick. Guess we shuffle. We should just use these abilities as much as we can. Let's see. 6 here, 6 here. Does it really matter? Probably not. They probably all end up going to the same general lantern position. Oh no, there was just a whole pile of cards under here. And that the irony would be if you actually got through this whole story and this whole chapter and you didn't get your weapons back, and it was just totally possible to lose even trying that. Let's see. I guess you go 3, 4, 5. Rebuild that in the combo. 9, 0, 9. Yeah, 0. And then do we go 9 or do we go 1? You're gonna kind of reveal 2 cards by doing that, and then actually even more cards. So yeah, do that. And that. Take that. That one, that one. That one. Do we have anything else we can do? If we got a 5, we couldn't get to a 4. So we need to just burn cards, I guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Six takes it to a 7, 8, 9, 8, Grog Bomb. Which does something, but the Grog Bombs themselves are not strong enough to Not strong enough to work on their own. Hmm. 3, 9, 8. So that's 36. So if this is doubled to 18, then we should have 81 by picking up this one. Nope. It didn't get doubled. It was just 9. Okay, so it is after the fact that the doubling happens based on the score multiplier, the times 2.1. So you do want to get the score multiplier as high as possible by the end of the play. Yeah, we are gonna, at this point, probably near the end of the game, have a entire victory in one turn, unless there's some weird complication to the way the puzzles work in later chapters. I'm about to run out of cards, however. 7. Okay, one last card. Again, I think it's probably fine to just end it there. We do need to get 18 stars though, so if we would only get 16 if we get 2 stars in any of these card games. So that's something to keep an eye out. I can hear an unsavory character stalking me in the darkness. Thankfully, some poor wretch offered me a weapon in exchange for my moldy food rations. Now at least I can defend myself. Yeah, and that is like a very generic storyline explanation of an excuse to have a duel. And we're going with the vicious dagger. Stab for 6 base damage and 40% chance to pierce defense. Starts fully charged in duels. That's different, and it is a lower amount of damage but a lower charge also, and it does kind of present that we're probably not going to see weapons that do more than 9 damage at most. I'd say we're not going to get into the double digits. And we just have a character named a broken bard, and he has rats, inflict minor bleeding and poisoning an opponent. So I guess this is where our deflect animals 40% might come in handy. Let's do this duel. Alright. So a fully charged item does offer a nice change of pace because you can just start that way. But we are still running into not having as much health as one would like. Should we throw this at this guy? One, then reveal this. 2. Let's see. So now we have poison and bleed as an effect. So we get 1 damage per turn, I guess, for 3 turns, and then bleed is 1 damage per turn. Which that's not as bad a bleed effect as it has been. 6. And I guess we're gonna end up with some rat abilities too. Which is a little gross, but whatever. Okay, 5. Now we have this rat card, which I guess we probably would want to save. And then we'll just stab again. And he's just attacking with clawed hands as a weapon. Let's see. 4, 3, 2. Stab him again. Just in the turn. I don't think it's really worth it to... I don't think it's worth it to play these spare cards. Although maybe I could get more jokers if I played out the spare 7 and the spare 9. And I guess in these duels you want to make sure you get the cards that are going to give you coins still. Because that money could potentially end up in the pockets of the other player. So here we can go 4, 3, 4. Yeah, we're still taking a decent amount of damage considering our defense is twice, 2 points higher than his. Let's see. Okay. Are we looking for anything particularly special? Well, I could really use some health. Otherwise I'm gonna lose here. 8, 9, and then 8, and then 9, then 0. We could do 1, or we could do 9 and open that. And that's obviously what you want to do. We can grab that and not really do anything more. That just ended up giving him a rat. Yeah, I think the question here would be, could we just restart the hand? And I also kind of wonder if it... Yeah, let's just save some time and restart the hand and try our luck again. I kind of wonder if we're going to potentially just struggle through this playing it on very hard the first time, and then it's going to be so easy to get any remaining achievements by lowering it down to the easy mode and just doing whatever the requirements are necessary otherwise to get the achievements. Like if we need to get all 3 stars, will I get the very hard achievement for beating the game on very hard and then be able to drop down to relaxed gameplay mode, easy mode, and then have a easy time collecting the 3 stars in every challenge. It's not a bad experience if that were to happen, like just being rewarded for playing, taking on a challenge early and then being allowed to scoop up the victory points and do a victory lap. Most games tend to want you to play the other way. That was play on normal at least to start with, then play on hard to take up more of your time. Of course, this might also be a situation where once I've beaten the game on very hard mode, maybe I'll have had my fill of Shadowhand and not even really want to spend the extra effort to get get all the stars or whatever else is probably an achievement or would be an achievement. 6, 7. Another Joker. Yeah, we're starting to run out of room. 6, 5. Do we want to play something more? It's not charged yet, so that turned it turn 8. That was not helpful. Three, 2, 1. Then we can play that. Eight, 9, 8, 7. There's still a difference of 10 damage between the two of them. Okay. How badly do I want these rats? Not that badly. 5. Now I could play 9, 0, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And stab. Yeah, and so when you run out of cards, it just reshuffles the whole hand at that point. Okay. Which one do we want to get to more? Let's go this way. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. Anything more we can do? No. We're getting closer now to parity in the health. 3, 2. Do we want to go 3 here? Probably. Do we want to play a 7 here? 8, 7, 6. Spare. Do we want to go 5 here? Yeah. Anything more to do? No. 9 doesn't do anything. We could go 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 here. I guess. 3, 2, 1. Play that. Then 0. We don't have any 9s on the face, but 1 will work. Yep. Then 9 can't do anything. I could play a 0 and then I could do a 9. And that'd give me a little bit of gold. And that's it. So I don't think that's worth playing. One. There we go. So now we play that one. That reveals that card. And at that point we can shuffle. And then that's 8, 9, 0, 1, 0. Yeah, one more hit and I may win. Although it probably would take 2 more hits. And he's got very little chance of defeating me. But we may want to do something more like a grog bomb instead. Now this may take 2 more hits. 3. Do we want to play this? No, that wouldn't help anything. Yeah, quite the struggle there. Please leave me alone. The rest made me do it. And I don't hate the idea of just random people potentially attacking you and getting random lines of dialogue. I do kind of hate the fact that we very well may have set ourselves up for failure already by just not getting enough stars. We needed to have succeeded a lot better. The guy had 5 gold on him and 2 diseased rats. Okay, and then I guess we're just building up our stock again. And just play. Another spare card. And we can do one or the other. And so you want to take the cup because these are both cup cards. And that's, oops, nope. It was an 8. And then 7, 6. Do we go back to a 7? 5. Then do we go back to a 6 and a 7? 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And do we have a 1? No. We probably should just use our ability now. In that combo. I could have played the spare card. This wouldn't have been a terrible time to do it. Now we do have a 1, but no use for it. Zero, 0, 2. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, and then 3, then 2, then do we want to go 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2? I guess is what we would want. And then you go 3, and then 4, take another joker. I didn't even do anything that would increase the number of jokers that we collect, so the game just seems like it's being fairly generous with them. 7 doesn't. 7 will work. 6, and then 7, then 8. Finally. And then 7. And that's all that can do. This is pretty bad to have 2 4s and 2 1s. I could play a 0. Probably should. Yeah. 0 1. Oh, 0 1. Okay. Either one of those would have been fine, I guess. That changes everything up, so. You have a better outcome now. Better chance at success. Let's see. 5, 6, 1, 9, 8, 8, 1, 5, 3, 8, 8, 5. And I think we've just failed. And there's just no way you're going to be able to succeed at that. You've got to start all over again. And there may have been a point earlier where I would have recognized that, and or should have recognized that, and just moved further. 6. Alright, now when we go to 6, do we want to go back to 5? Or is this a 7 of cups too? That's a 7 of diamonds, but whatever. It's still better because then we could go this way. 6, and then 7, then 8, and then 9, then 8, then 9. Alright, that's sets us up very nicely. 9 still doesn't really connect to anything. Do we want to play a spare and can keep this combo going? 0 1 2 3. 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 5 6 7. And we can go 8. Then we could go back to 7. Or we could go to a 9. Let's see. I think you go to the 9. That way. Do that. Didn't do that. Just play these abilities while we've got them. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it to spend the 8 card. Yeah, that wouldn't even do anything for us, so it's definitely not worth it. Now, 7, 8, 8, 8, 2. Go 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 1, 9, One. Another spare card. It'd almost be nice if these spare cards, once they filled up completely, they started giving you like massive amounts of gold, and that was an avenue in which you could find a large amount of extra income. Although, unless the shop just wants to really unlock in the later chapters, I am not sure that there is as much reason to have as much gold as I thought one might need it. And luck may play just a much larger role. That was bad. Yeah, at a certain point here, are we just gonna have to start using these jokers? Because this is like the second or third time we've now had to try and play this run. And maybe the game is cheating a little bit in our favor by having everything charged, and we're not realizing that, but if that's the only hope or help it's gonna give me, that's not quite enough. Let's see if we can unlock this first, since we kind of know where the key is. It's always over here. We should play heavily in that direction. And 7 doesn't do anything. But I want this. Yeah, this works well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five. Or 5, or go with 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, or 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, and then 2, and then 3. That opened up more. This is probably the point to start thinking about reshuffling. Yep. Let's see. 5, 6, 7. Another joker. Do we want to continue this combo by playing this 6? Because I could go 6, 5. I guess we'll do it. And then that can't move the combo any further, but it does expose these cards. Unless we want to play this. Yeah. I guess that works. 6, 7, 6. Alright, 21 cards to get the rest of this done. 1, 0. Then the question would be, do you want to do the 9? Or do you want to go the 1, 2 route? And I guess the 1, 2 route is it. Do I want to play 0 now? Sure. 9, 8, 9, 0. Okay. 6, 5, 4, 3. This now with the 17 cards gives us a very high chance of success, but it's taken several attempts. 8, 3, 4, 8. Well, we got 8 more cards. 0. Okay. 5 cards to get this done. Otherwise, we should spend a joker to succeed. Alright. Play the joker and get 3 stars. And we just needed to make some progress in general, so we're still not in a great position because we need to get 10 stars, which means we pretty much need to get 3 stars in the next 3 hands just for some safety. And yeah, we're back to there being really no dialogue or reasoning behind why we're playing yet another card game. 0, 9, 8. Do we have any other options? I don't think so, no. 8, 2, 1, 2, 1. 6, 5, 6, 7. You could, yeah, go this one, and then this one, so that reveals that one. 6, 5. I guess you go 4, and then 3. Yeah, we're just going downward. Do we go back up to 3? Or do we go to 1? I guess you play a 3, and that's probably this 3 you want. That's a pretty good combo, but and now is a great time to shuffle. There we go. 4, 5, 4, and then back to 5. Yeah, I imagine this series is going to be incredibly annoying to people who don't like the numbers just mentioned. Of course, there are definitely going to be some people that would watch footage like this and I would be moving too fast. Well, there will be other people where I'm moving too slow. That's almost certainly one of those situations where you can't satisfy everyone. Can we burn cards? Nope, it's not charged yet. It looks like it's charged. It feels like there should be like more of a glowing glitter effect around the cards. When it's fully charged, enough to show that it still needs some charge by not having the glowing glitter effect. Okay, you play this, I guess. You play this, I guess. Maybe undo that and instead take that. Now I guess it does have a glowing effect, and I just haven't recognized it that it did have a glowing effect. Which I guess that's on me. Sometimes I think games just need tutorials. Even even if you feel like you really don't need them, I sometimes think most people do need things just straight up spelled out to you. Otherwise, particularly in video games, you're just not going to pay enough attention to it, and you're going to overlook something that a programmer potentially spent weeks working on as a feature, and most players wouldn't even notice that it's there. And there definitely is enough room for extra dialogue in this game where you could have had a hint pop up in between each of these games and just have a collection of hints and then randomly or cycle the hints through. That way you could give little tutorialization still halfway through the game, or just remind people of features they may have forgotten about. That these chapters are long enough that I could imagine somebody played one chapter, then waited a week and came back, and then they wouldn't even remember how to play the game in a lot of elements. Shadowhand says, "There's a thug blocking my way out of here. I better get him before he gets me." Just like very basic excuses here to now have fighting happen. And this guy looks as much like a ancient, like, UK citizen. I guess ancient's probably the wrong word there, as he looks like a cowboy. So, and I know pilgrims and cowboys and all did have similar dress, but yeah, if you told me this had been a pre-bought image from a cowboy game, I would believe you.
Duel.
Right, we're back to dueling. And he's got a bare fist, which is a charge of 4 and does 9. 10% chance to stun. Can't be disarmed. Interesting, so can you disarm other weapons? Apparently so. 2, 3, 2, 1. Then do I want to go 2, 1, 0? I guess I do. 1, 0. Do I have any things we want to use here? We probably should use some stuff. I'm not sure where these consumables came from as far as the healing elixir and the grog bottle. I don't recall picking those up. Okay. 6, 7, 8. And then 7, 8. Then the question as far as 9 doesn't really matter because we'll take that and then we'll come back this way. Think that's all we can do. Still not sure what increases our health, unless something like this would potentially increase your max health. I think the game is just designed so you always have enemies with fairly significant higher amount of health than I would expect them to. It's not crazy for your enemies to have higher health, it's just a little crazy to have them have like 15 health extra. Like this is 55 versus 40. Do we want to do anything? Just end the turn. You'd almost think that a bare fist would have a charge of 1, but it seems like no weapon actually has a charge that is less than a charge of 3, at least from what we've seen so far. And I guess we'll have another game after this, so we should use our abilities. Okay. I literally can't do anything, can I? So now is the best point to reshuffle. 7, 8. And then of the 7s, this is better. Let's see. It's not charged yet. We'll just drink some health up, I guess. And then we're at 0. You shouldn't really be having this much trouble. That was a mistake. Should have done this one. Just doing 6 damage minus 4 defense. It seems like we might dangerously get close to the point where we're fighting somebody with 6 defense and we have something that does 6 damage, so it just can't do any damage at all. And that's just, I assume, an immediate game over at that point. We'll have just kind of a ridiculous amount of gold once this chapter is done, so I imagine that would definitely be the time to go on a shopping spree. Let's see. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and then 4. What would this be? Chance for piercing. Now is probably a good time to play this. Okay. 0 or 8? Well, I guess that was probably as good as anything. We will probably win here, but we've used a lot of items to get to this point. And so I'd like to potentially recover some of those items. Let's see. 6, 7. Do I want to end this or throw this? I think I'll just end the turn. So do we want to go 2 or 4? I think you go 4. And that's all you can do. That may be all you needed to do. Yeah, if this guy beats me with 2 health and I have 15, I deserve to lose. And I imagine at this point I'm probably not going to get any more gold, so I wouldn't want to spend any extra effort here. 7, 6, 5. Staff. And that just got me 2 stars. Yeah, I'm really sweating this. We need at least 1 3-star in the next 2 and a 2-star otherwise. And there's just no way to go back and do previous chapters where it seems like it would be easy. He only had 9 gold and a Joker card on him, which is not super surprising. And funnily, I've kind of completely forgotten about the whole like gate concept that was introduced in this chapter. So yeah, even inside its own chapter, the gate concept has been fairly forgotten. This is pretty bad. Start. 2 4s. Yep. We have like 19 cards remaining. It feels like we have a high chance of failure here. 2, 9, can get that 0. Maybe there's not really that many cards in the first place, but and maybe these lockpicks will open both sides, but I doubt it. They kind of need to open both sides though, don't they? Because then the lockpicks are doing something slightly different than just a key, because otherwise they're just a different key for a different kind of lock. Let's see, I guess you take that one. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose here and just have to start over. Right, so you take this, you use that gives you, great, you retrieved your weapons, time to get out of here. So what's under that one? Or do you get the weapons on either one? We may find out. 2, 3, 2. You know what? Undo that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2. 3, 4, 3. We really need this all to save up for the next turn. Plus, I think, well, we're gonna probably lose here anyway, so we might as well just use the ability. 1. One spare. Could let us do a 0, then a 1. 5. 1. 0. 1. Or 0. 9. 8. 7. 8. Yep. And we're gonna lose, so. That did get the retrieve your weapons question done. Zero, 9. 009. Probably should have picked that one up. 1 7 1 8 4 7. You didn't get your weapons. Interesting. So it is just over there. But you wouldn't get any stars at all if you didn't clear that side of the field. So you're still, I think, fairly required to clear both sides. 4 5. Let's see. 4 5 4 3. And another Joker card. 3 4 3 2. Yeah, I think we have a much better chance of success here. And then, since we have a decent combo going already, and I think there's room for more combo. Let's see, 7 6 7 6 7 8 9 8 9 9 0. Yep. Nine 0 5 4 3 2 7 8 8 4 3 2 1. Okay, we have 4 cards remaining. Can we pull this off? I may have to cheat quite a bit to do this, though. Five, 6, 5, 6. Okay, I think we can do this. 7 gets rid of an 8 or a 6. I think we get rid of the 6. That lucky. That means even if these 2 cards don't work, we can just play this and we'll get 3 stars. And that takes the least amount of charges, so playing that is better. I don't feel like these abilities are getting cheaper with time, like you're increasing your confidence or ability with them. This is my chance to escape. Not so fast, thief. I want a chance to stretch your dandy neck with my favorite rope. I've seen your work and there's room for improvement. I'd rather die fighting. Equip again button. Don't forget to equip your recovered gear before starting this duel. Yep. If anything, I guess maybe that's the tutorial there to remind you that you have an equip button. 3 charge for 6 I don't think is anywhere it's good. 5 charge for 9. Why was I playing swords only then? When did I get this weapon? I think you want a land weapon and a sea weapon. These are both sea weapons, ideally. And you want a pistol and a sword, I think. That would be my guess as to what you want. I'm not sure these items are the same items completely as to what we had before. Okay. Now... Defensive remedy. It's probably not a terrible thought. And piercing. And... rat. Poisoning. Meanwhile, do we want to change any of these abilities? No. Can we change anything here? No. Let's see. What has he got? Slasher Cider increases the chance to cause bleeding by 100% for 5 turns. Then weapon charging slowed. He has a base damage of 12 and 40% chance to cause bleeding. So he's gonna do a massive amount of damage. I wonder. Then probably is better to have this than that, and it's probably better to have this than that. I should have looked at him more. He resists stun, he resists bleed, he resists pierce. This is a charge of 6, which might mean fairly slow effect here, but I kind of wouldn't be surprised if I end up in a situation where I have to end up using a lot of the items. Shuffle all these cards around. It gives me a new card. Nope, that doesn't. Well, whatever. Just stun the guy at the very beginning. And that gives me opportunities to cheat my way through some of this. Do we want to do 8 or 9? I guess you want to do the one that does more damage. And that pierced to do 9. So that probably helped more. Hey, and there is a little bit of protection here to not screw up. That's nice to see. Yeah, this pistol actually looks like it's going to be very helpful. 6, 7, 6, 7, then 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0. 10 damage there. Can't do anything more than just attack. But better to attack than to do nothing, I suppose. 9, 8. And yeah, I guess we just attack again. Now he has bleed. We're closing the gap fairly quickly here. Right. And as long as we get 3 stars, I guess we're probably safe to get all the quests done. Drink and increase defense. Kind of perfect timing on that one. I'll take gold, I guess, instead of not taking gold. Net. You definitely run into slow points. I think there's a way you could potentially make a rule here. If there's less than 3 options and then there's more than 3 cards on the field, maybe at that point the number of opportunities is just too low and they should just re-roll and have like a random re-roll that's not even really explained as a system. Let's see, this guy's back to his like full health. It's not going well. So yeah, we'll just drink our own health, I guess. Particularly since we have a bleeding effect. But I guess in this case, even if there was only 3 cards that were playable, or now 2 cards that are playable, and there's way more than 2 cards left, you still run into these scenarios where there's just a lot of instances when you can't do anything. And I guess if I increased my odds of kind of cheating and getting the cards that I want, I could stop those long sections of poor gameplay experience, or at least reduce them. Let's see. 7, 6, 5. It's not terrible. This is too long though. Like, these episodes are just getting, like, we managed a kind of nice 45, 50 minutes the first couple of chapters, and now we're taking an hour and 20 minutes just to do one chapter. And there's just a lot of points here where you can kind of just doze off if you're not careful and zone out. Kind of wish there was some cutscenes, place where I could take a break and drink some water instead of actively doing that in the middle of the action sequence, and this is the action sequence and it's still fairly unimpressive. Which have we seen more of, 3s or 1s? I don't think it matters. So take the gold one, maybe that, the gems, because maybe that would give you more gold. Yeah, he's gonna win at this point unless I can get major assistance. And I'm not evaluating whether I should play the jokers in any of these. Right. but I think the chances and odds of you wanting to play a Joker is fairly low. Let's go over here instead. It's not charged yet. This one is charged though, so Pierce for 14. We would need a really good extra pierce attack, I'd say. Let's see. 4, 3, 2, 0. I'm kind of just setting myself up. Yeah, what we want to do is this now. That way we can play this in shuffle. And I guess the handprint does look very much like the handprint as far as the Guild of Assassins in Skyrim, but I guess you can't really complain about them being similar since a handprint would look like a handprint anywhere. Yeah, one more hit and I'm dead. Is there any way we can win here? I mean, sure, you could try to just pile on all the Jokers, but I think it's easier just to restart the hand here. Just restart for potentially a third time. I think it has been a third time. Let's see. Hit that. And then some of those, I guess. And then shuffle. Four. See. I guess you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That worked out very nicely. There's just no way you're gonna kill this guy before he uses his 2 items. Unless he just plays so well that he never needs to use the items. Which that's even worse. Right. And this is, I guess, the perfect point to potentially have him bleeding. Okay. See, he just used something that gives him a bleed chance 100% for 5 turns. So, ideally, what you want to do here is you take that to start with. Can't really do anything else, so just pepper him and steal 3 turns of his bleed chance to stun. Why did the pepper not stun him? Though, that should have worked. And yet it didn't. I'm gonna take this too. That way we can leave this for the gun to charge later. I guess there is now kind of a overlay or over the top layering of the concepts here, where you might pick one card versus another to charge your weapons more. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. 8, 9, 0. Do I want to eat health? Yeah, I guess I do. Since I've got basically nothing better to do. Now it's probably a bad time to increase your defense because we are just going to end up going through all these cards very slowly. Like, we very possibly are just going to go through the remaining 5 cards and do nothing. And then that resets me back to this. So I can go 0, 9, 8, 9, 8. And is there anything better to play here? I could probably play a joker and go 2, 3, 2. 9. Yeah. Let's play this joker. Let's see. 2, 3, 2. Yeah, I think that's about as good as we're gonna get it. Now it'd be 2, or we could go 4, 5. I guess that's probably the best way. Then we could do the spare 8 to get to 7, or go to 7 here. We probably should do that later though. At some point I need to decide when I'm gonna drink this, but also I kind of just feel like I'm gonna struggle here, and I mean, I guess you have to win. There's no way we can just die and get 2 stars or something like that. You have to win the fight first and foremost, then you get stars based on how long it took you to win the fight, which, yeah, this is gonna take a long time. Alright, I guess I'll take the defense now. If I poisoned and bled the guy, would there have been a solution that way? See, he was a stun, pierce, and bleed, which kind of makes it seem like poison and alcohol might have been the better move. 7. Right. So you go 7, 6, 5, 4. Sure, 6, 5, 4. And that just leaves you with 7s. Which we could possibly do something more with that, but honestly, we'll probably just leave it at that. 8. We're slowly closing the gap now, so maybe we can win. But I'm Still not certain about that. Just 3 1s in a row does not spell a good situation. It's funny you took the one there instead of the one there. I would have taken the other one. Okay. Do that. Then in the turn. It's funny he ended the turn there, but he could have played. Okay, well, maybe he couldn't have. 1, 0, 1, 0, 9. Shoot. 8, 9. Guess there's nothing else we can do, so slash. Bleeding effect. Yep. He is now, for probably the first time, was below my health for a brief second there. Okay. We have a spare 8. Let's play that and do that first. Then do this. 0, 1. We could play a joker and we could go 7, 6. Do we need to play a joker at the moment? Let's do it. 7. Then we could go 8, 9 or 7, 6. I guess you go 8, 9 because that's 2 cards. Plus that then opens up a lot of chances here. You could go 0, 1. And I guess that's the only option. 6, 5, 6, 7. I guess. 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Do we want any higher combo? We might as well use abilities if we can. Defeated him, got 2 stars. Did I get enough stars to beat the chapter? Barely. Barely got enough stars. Let's see, how many did we really get? 2, 4, 5, 8, 11, 13, 16, 17, 18. Exactly on the dot. And overall, we got 1,469 gold, which I'm planning on spending all of in the shop. So we got the Executioner's health. Stealth plus 10 increases chance to stun start first in duels. The Hangman's Rope passive ability removes a normal playable card at the start of each hand. And then 162 gold, which is, I guess, a decent amount of gold. Finally, freedom. Now to find somewhere I can hide out while I figure out what to do next. Yes, you definitely have gone in a weird direction with the story with this character. Timely escape, Shadowhand. I have a screaming skull that was once a former inmate, which could prove to be useful. Alright, so what does this do? Scares away targeted playable card. 48 charge to get rid of a card versus full shuffle versus removing 2 random cards from the playfield. 39 here, charge of 48 here, charge of 48 here. I guess maybe targeting a new card might make sense. Otherwise, I think we need to look at these. 1 card fewer needed to start a combo. Plus 1 undo. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And then adds an 8 and 9 to the stack plus an extra random card. Character wise, we're trying to give 1 point to everything. And potentially my health maybe is multiplied in a weird way by having 1 point in everything. So there is a possibility that I should just continuously go forward here. We should put 1 point into prosperity more at some point just to see. Right. Weapon here, we have 3 for 4. These are just the weapons I sold. Still. We don't need this. And this is like 0. So, you know, I'm just gonna buy it. I think at this point, just getting things out of your inventory. I think stealth potentially is an increase. Yeah, instead of luck. And maybe getting basic items would be better. This is better. Because all this does is 1 defense and nothing else. So we definitely want that. Stealth versus luck attribute. I think we'll say no to that. Stealth versus alcohol. I think we'll replace that. Still don't have any bracers. As far as items, a poultice to stop bleeding. It's not a terrible thought. And then I don't know. Two random cards. I think I still want to hold on to that. I feel like these rats, having like 3 of these, should use 1 of those at least. And then, really at this point, we should, yeah. Should have equipped that piece of equipment, shouldn't we? Did we have a weapon that was in a similar situation? This one does 9. Do we want to do 9 damage or chance of bleeding? This is a charge of 5. Yeah, I think we want to switch to that one. And then we just have so much gold that I'm just gonna buy everything they've got for that. And I guess we'll buy a grog bomb. And seems like there's only one of these, so yeah, we might as well just buy the whole shop out. Wow, this is stupid to suggest, but let's just buy this back. 750. No, I don't think we're gonna do that. That's too dumb. But if there is an achievement later on that says buy everything in the shop, maybe I will end up buying everything in the shop back. Yeah. I don't... It seems like this is getting harder and harder, and this is causing the game to get longer and longer. We're just up to chapter 8 of 22 chapters, whereas honestly I felt like by this point we would have been closer to chapter 11. I want to see in this real quick, if we just skip the story, it seems like we have all the items, so it does seem like you can just yeah, it seems like you do have all of your abilities and everything, so when we do get back to the concept of trying to get all the stars, it will be incredibly easy, yeah, to get a perfect. And see, that gave me 54 gold multiplied by 1.3, which is 70 gold, so it'll also be very easy to grind out in this first section. This guy has like 17 health.
Duel.
Okay. So 6, 5, 6, 5. And then 4, 3, 2. Yeah, I'm gonna win in like 2 turns here. Don't even really need to play. And see, that was much bigger of a struggle the first time we played. Arguably, we could potentially even win in 1 turn had we just used the Joker. And that just gives me gold, so it doesn't give us back the items. Alright. So if we're ever going to get these items back, we will have to spend the money on them. But it doesn't seem like they're going away or disappearing from the shop or anything like that. So we can definitely spend our money later on. And also, if there's an achievement for getting 3 stars, very possible that you could just play on relax mode. So we're kind of set, but obviously a lot of struggle too. I kind of wish that the shop had more items, better items at this point. It does kind of feel like we're going to struggle in the next chapter. I bet there is no new concept introduced in the next chapter, but then maybe the chapter after that there will be a new concept. But yeah, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.